Hi, everybody. My name is Dr. Kim Dennis, and I'm really bummed that I'm not able to be there with you today in person, but I'm so grateful to Raya for asking me to contribute a video and for being willing to share a little bit of my story with you all today. I love the NEDA Walks. I always have. Um, I am a psychiatrist. I specialize in treating eating disorders and addiction. I'm a certified eating disorder specialist. My husband and I co-founded Sun Cloud Health, which is a residential IOP and PHP program in the Chicago area. And I think I went to my first NEDA walk sometime in maybe 2006, 2007. And it was such a wonderful experience for me. In addition to being a doctor who treats all of these things, I am a person who has been in recovery since 2001. April 11th of 2001 really marks a turning point for me in my life, and the year that I really found recovery for the first time. And my life since that time has transformed in unbelievable ways. So I come here to share hope with you as a treatment provider. And on a much deeper level, I come here to share hope with you as a person who's recovered from bulimia and anorexia and addiction and trauma. And there are a couple of things that were so critical to me in my journey. And one of the most important things for me was finding community and finding my people, finding people who could actually see me for who I am, who could see me and know what my unique needs were, and who were equipped to help me along the way. I grew up, I was born in Chicago on the south side of the city and grew up in the suburbs, in the southwest suburbs of the city. And I had 5 brothers and sisters. I had a pretty tumultuous growing up environment, I would say. My father had alcoholism. There was physical abuse in our house. There was sexual abuse in our family. And my father died when I was about 11. I always excelled in school and always excelled in sports. And that became sort of my identity, So perfectionism was wrapped into that. Shame was wrapped into that too. And a lot of aloneness, even around a lot of other people. There was a part of me that always felt alone and different. And, when I got to, I got through high school, and my eating disorder really started for me after a sports injury, my senior year of high school, which changed a lot for me. I was being recruited to play Division I basketball and excited about that, and felt like that was taken away from me by this injury. And I ended up going to the University of Chicago for college. I was the first person in my family to go to college, and was able to pay for that by a combination of scholarship and work study. But I felt very, very different at college. I came from a house where my father didn't graduate from high school, and my mother did graduate from high school, but didn't go to college. And I was in a dorm with kids who had lawyers and doctors and professors for parents. And it was really in college when my eating disorder emerged and really just took off and got really out of control in a pretty short amount of time. And I struggled for many, many years to find a therapist who could help me. I was told by therapists, it's not that bad yet. At the beginning, I was told by therapists, I hope you make it back here next week. I don't really know how to help you. Um, I didn't really have insurance coverage for eating disorder treatment. Um, but somehow after, I made it through college, and my college experience was deeply affected by having an eating disorder and being affected by that eating disorder every single day. Um, I made it to medical school, and finally in medical school, I found a therapist who I felt like understood in a way that helped me, in a way that was helpful to me, what it was that I was struggling with, and set me on a path of more intensive care, helped me to find a nutritionist who could help me with my own unique needs, who, it was important to me, even though I didn't know it at the time. It was important to me that I didn't have that I had a treatment team who didn't just follow a dogmatic approach because that's what the group think of, whatever school of thought was. And I really had a trauma-informed team who was able to help me with my eating disorder, who was able to help me heal on a very deep level from trauma, who was able to help me from depression, and also able to help me with alcoholism. And I feel like if I didn't have a team that could help with all of that stuff, I wouldn't be here today. I don't think I would have made it out of medical school. I don't think without a couple of mentors who were professionals, who were psychiatrists who had recovered from eating disorders themselves, that I would have ever chosen psychiatry or worked in the field that I work in today. So I love people with eating disorders. I love working with people who have eating disorders. I love being with people who are in recovery. I think it's really, really important as a professional, and for anybody who's seeking help, to understand that nobody outside of themselves can tell them, exactly what their recovery needs to look like. I believe we all have unique fingerprints in recovery. And when you find people that you believe can help you find that, stay close to those people. Because my life was so small not too long ago. Well, I guess now it's been about 22 years that I've been in recovery. But my life is beyond my wildest dreams now. In my recovery, I've helped build 2 treatment centers, one of which is the one that I now have started with my husband. I have an amazing team of therapists and friends and staff. I'm well connected with my recovery community. I spend a fair amount of my time helping people in a non-professional way, with peer support. I have 2 amazing stepkids. I have an amazing 8-year-old son, a wonderful husband who loves me and supports me and totally gets me. And I have a beautiful life. I have 2 great golden retrievers as well. And, 22 years ago, I wasn't able to even care for a plant. I certainly wasn't able to care for myself. And with recovery, not only has my entire life changed and grown, and the way that I think about myself, the way that I love myself has changed, but my capacity to love and care about other people and to touch other people has deepened and grown as well. So I just want everybody out there to know that recovery is possible. It's going to be your own, and it's going to look different for you than it looks for anyone else. And keep fighting for it. Keep fighting for it, because you never know when that you know, the person is going to be put in your path, or you're going to tap into your own resource inside that's going to make a huge difference in your life and be the turning point for you. Thanks, everybody.